What is up, guys? Frank the Tank here, back on another episode of MLB The Show 16 Diamond Dynasty. Today, developers dropped this a couple days ago. They told us that even though there was a roster update on Monday, you guys might have seen my video on Monday, that they were going to have one on Friday as well. Now, apparently it's going to be every Friday now, so there will be no more roster update Mondays. It will be on Fridays. So we get two sets of promotions and demotions this week as far as attributes are concerned. So we're just going to go through here. First one here is Manny Machado. Manny Machado jumps up to a 96 overall. I believe he was a 95. Or no, he was a 94. He's 94, so he jumps up 2 overall. Price is at about 60,000 stubs right now. It was 61 last night because I thought about getting one because there's a lot of people that thought they were going to move him to shortstop because he's currently playing shortstop in real life because JJ Hardy is out. So a lot of people thought that they were going to move him to shortstop. He was going to be the highest rated current shortstop in the game, and that was going to raise his price up. But they keep him at third, they bump him 2, and he stays right around 60K. So still a really good card to pick up. And we see some other smaller ones here like Adam Jones. This is actually a big decrease, and I'm probably going to pick this card up. But Adam Jones drops down to an 83. That goes down from an 86 gold to an 83 silver. But you could still see here the fielding, 92 fielding, 88 arm strength, 63 speed is pretty good. Always has a decent inside edge, and those numbers, all mid to upper 60s besides contact left are pretty good. So that's a really nice card to pick up for 2,300 stubs. Xander Bogaerts right here. I actually just picked one up for about 2,400 stubs, and now their cheapest one is 3,500. He goes up to an 87. He was at an 84. A lot of people thought it wouldn't take too long of a time for him to jump up to a gold, but we see here 83 contact, 94 contact lefties. Power numbers aren't too bad. If you get a hold of one with a really good swing, you'll put it out sometimes. 82 fielding, 80 arm strength is pretty good. 60 speed is decent, but that's a nice card to pick up for 3,500. I would try to get it. I think it's going to be up by the end of the day. I could see this card realistically at consistently 7 to 10K just for an 87 shortstop, because the shortstop market is very limited. So we'll ruffle through here. Andrew Miller went down 1. He went from a 92 to a 91. We'll check his price right now. 8,000 stubs. Very good card, but there's so many good cheap relievers in this game that I really don't think I would spend 8,000 on a relief pitcher. Some other ones. Troy Tulowitzki went from a 93 diamond to an 89 gold. Already affecting his price a little bit, but you can still see the stats on this card are really good. 68 contact versus righties isn't bad. It's not the best, but 95 contact lefties, 78 power against lefties, and 71 power against righties is really good. 84 clutch, 82 fielding, 92 arm strength from the shortstop position. If this card gets down to most 89s in this game, golds go for 12 to 15-ish. If he goes down to there, I'll probably pick him up just to use him on the squad. Jose Bautista here, here's a card I thought was going to go down. I'm actually going to sell this after I take him out of my lineup because he hasn't really been playing great, and I don't want that card to go down anymore. Chris Sale, a lot of people thought he would have gotten an update today, and he did not. I actually pulled one of these yesterday. Sold it for about 50,000 stubs. I want to see where his price is at now. Yeah, his price is about 53 because there's a lot of people that are buying this card thinking that he's going to get a boost soon. And I'm sure he will. He's been pitching lights out, so that should not be far off in the future. There's a lot of minor upgrades, guys, to silver. Will Myers is up to a silver. Rick Porcello went up to a silver, or went up to an 80. Same with Myers. I think they were silvers. Matt Wieters dropped from an 84 to an 80. Travis Shaw is up to a silver. Corey Dickerson, a lot of people's favorite player on this game, went down. Kendrys Morales went down 5. Trevor Story up 1. But a bunch of smaller ones like that. Michael Conforto finally went up to a silver. A lot of people have been waiting for that. Gregory Polanco got boosted 5 overall to an 81. He's now an 81 silver. But we'll highlight just a few more. Kelvin Herrera. This is a really nice card here. I have a buy order, and that's my buy order for 2301. He went up to an 85 gold. If you look at his stats, they added his slider. So he now has 5 different pitches, 95 velocity. So that 4-seam and that 2-seam are going to be up in the upper 90s. Very nice break. That's a really, really, really dirty card to have. So I do have a buy order out on that one. You can see Kendrys fell all the way down here. Still a really good card. Left, switch hitter, really good contact, decent power. We'll shuffle through a little bit more. Sonny Gray went from a 92 down to an 89. So you can get him right now for about 12K. I actually pulled one late last night, probably around midnight. Sold it for 15. So his price is already down about 3-4K. If you put a buy order in, you could realistically get this card for a little over 10K. Robinson Cano. I had this card. I've been playing with it for a couple days because his inside edge is crazy. He's been up to a 95 almost the whole last week. He has been playing very, very well. He has 30 RBIs already. I was sure. I almost bought like 3 or 4 of these last night because I was sure he was going to get an upgrade. But they did not upgrade him yet. So we'll have to keep watching out for that. Taijuan Walker went from a silver to a gold. Another gold 85 starting pitcher. Still pretty cheap, 2,500 subs. I'm sure that'll go up a tiny, tiny bit, but probably nothing crazy. Here's another big one. Jose Altuve went from an 94 to a 96, so he's up to almost 80,000 stubs. I want to buy this card, but it's just so much for, he's really, really good. 93 speed. 88 fielding, 94 durability. Contact is really good. The power's okay. I thought his power would get a little more of a boost because he has like 6 home runs already from the leadoff spot. He hit another one last night. I really want this card. I really want the Nolan Ryan that you get for doing this set. That's this one here. Really nice stats on that card. But once you do that set, you can't sell them. I have 2 Correas here. I've been playing with one, and I have one stashed that I pulled in the pack just because I think he's going to get an attribute boost soon. He's only 2 ratings away from a diamond, so sometimes I like to keep a few of those 90 to 92 golds on hand just in case they heat up and want to go into a diamond. Dallas Keuchel went down a few. He went down from a 91 to an 88. We'll see where that has his price. That has him at 7,000 stubs right now. I'm sure that'll drop just a tiny bit. Might pick this card up. A lot of nice pitches. The 2-seam, the 4-seam, the slider, the changeup, and the cutter. The cutter is one of the most underrated pitches in games like this. You could bury it in on righties. You can keep it away against lefties. It's just a really nice pitch to have. Mariano Rivera made his career off of a really nice cutter. Not comparing his cutter to Mariano Rivera's, but just for the sake of the argument. These guys still say the same. Still have a Strasburg. Thinking about selling it, but 15,000 stubs is tempting, especially since I bought it for like 7. But we'll hang on to him. I still haven't had a chance to pitch with him yet. Neil Walker went up a few. Here's that Conforto. I have 7 of these. I knew he was going to come up, so I decided just to hold mine. I might try to put them all for about 250 because, it's going to take a while for him to get to an 80. He's going to have to play out of his mind, and he is going to cool down a bit. I bought a Rizzo yesterday. I actually have it on my block right now. I thought he was going to get a boost because he has like 27, 28 RBIs already, but he did not get an attribute boost. Zach Cozart up to a 78 silver. I have 6 of those. His price about 100 subs, nothing really crazy there. Ryan Braun went from an 88 to a 90. He's at 19,000 right now. He's been sitting consistently at like 8 to 10, maybe 11, but now he's up to 20K. If you have one of those, I'd sell it. I can't sell mine because I had it in the collection. Starling Marte went up to an 88. His price is still around 10K. It's always been around 10K. Gregory Polanco up to a silver. I have 13 of those just because I've pulled so many packs and I've gotten them so many times. I didn't want to sell for like 40, 50, 60 stubs. So I'm going to hang on to those. Maybe I'll sell them for 100, but I doubt it. I'll probably just keep him, you know, throughout the year, see if he has any more attribute boosts left in him. Nolan Arenado went from a 94 to a 96. Didn't affect his price too much. You guys saw I've been playing with Arenado for a little bit. I ended up selling him. I bought mine a couple weeks ago for about 37,000 stubs. And a few days ago I was sitting here and I saw he was going for 63, 64. So I sold. Had to take a profit like that. There's a lot of serviceable third basemen in the game that you don't have to pay 60,000 subs for. But he went up. Trevor Story went up one more notch. I think they raised his power a little bit. Anybody else? I think that about does it. Let me check the list. I have the list on my phone right now. Any big ones I forgot to mention? Hisashi Iwakuma for Seattle went from a gold to a silver, and some of his off-speed stuff is nasty. That's a card you might want to pick up. Patrick Corbin went down from a gold to a silver. But that's about it for notable attribute boosts. Now, I was anticipating a new pack to be in the store today, but this video is at 10 a.m. Eastern time. As of now, there are no new packs in the game. I guess we'll have to stay tuned and see. Let me know what you guys think of the attribute choices, of the upgrades and downgrades. Let me know what you think about them moving it to Fridays. Doesn't really bother me too much whether it's Monday or Friday, but if you guys have anything for or against that, do let me know. So thanks again for watching, guys. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you are new, and I will see